There's Mount Rainier in the distance. There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Here we go. Ultra,
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Seahawks at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
43 rail. Blue strikers. Long range.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To try again after the sack. Tua going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good, hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, go steal. Right, 97. Claude Ray.
Walker once more. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. And they don't like the way that they started this ball game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Singletary to get the drive started. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with... on 2nd down.
On 1, ready? 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MC, 11 MC. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They run it with Pope. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dickson. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pope. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
I'm fine, ready?
2nd and 4. Pope. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. This time, Burrow will look to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I'm one, ready?
Here's Pope. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On play action, here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Pope, and he is going to lose yardage here. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They run with Pope again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Pope, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Pope, and a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Pope. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
11.
Now a give, right side. It's Pope, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown, Bengals. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Okay, now.
Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go, set. Field blue.
Throwing on 2nd down, Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 71 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to the field goal at 17-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to go up top again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Well, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
11.
Burrow on play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua, the final shot before half. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go. 11
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. McPherson on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Seahawks 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on 1st down. Pope taken down at the 47-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On one,
The
right?
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the...
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Pope. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow from 17 yards out. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Oh, this is blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And taken right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run the counter. Hunt. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Burrow. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. On the move past the 40. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Check you.
Out to the right here to Wilson. Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
70 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Pope. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback.
Here we go.
He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
first down. Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Pope. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're on to something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Burrow. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Gotta go.
They run the counter. Pope. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Right back to him on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I'm fine, ready?
2nd and 8. And he is going to lose yardage here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ready?
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on fourth.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never. Not